What can you do if you're just not finding the kind of information that you want? What happens if you can only think of a couple keywords? Well, there's an interesting tool that you can use by going to Google and just typing in the words keyword tool. And it's the Google keyword tool for AdWords. This is a tool that's used by advertisers to find out how many times people search for certain words or how to optimize their web searches. But that doesn't really concern us. What we want is to be able to look at the words that we're using for research and see, are there other types of words that might be appropriate that we might just not be thinking of. It can help us expand our research project, and it can also help us narrow down. So let's say we take a very large topic like poverty, and we type it into the word or phrase, and we click search. And it'll show our search term as poverty here. But then it also gives us a lot of variations like global poverty, causes of hunger and poverty, poverty line, world, rate, issues, definitions, children. And so you can see that not only does it give you other contexts, but it also gives you some more specific areas that you might want to drill down into. And then if we say, well, this children in poverty looks interesting, so we could type in children in poverty, click search, and now we've narrowed down our search term, and we see other types of things that you might not have thought of, like percentages, policy, education. These are based on what people are actually looking for whenever they use these terms. So you can find some interesting things. If we were to use another type of project, let's say we were looking at something in education, and we can't really think of any other keywords that we'd use other than education, so we click search, and then we come up with things like special education, physical education, importance of, department of, websites, higher education, and these are very general. But if we find something like, for instance, okay, well, teacher education. Teacher education programs, university special education scholarships, and so on. Requirements, division, quarterly, training, agency, scholarships, journals, elementary. And so what we do at Montessori, so what we do is we get a broader range of keywords that may not be perfect, but will allow us to add new avenues to where we can search and the kinds of things that we'll find. Another effective way to find keywords using library resources is to go to your library's main page and in Pounce type in your subject. In this case, we'll use poverty in the US again. Click search. Now this is a very general subject, but when it comes up, read the first couple of resources that come up and find something that's close to what you're kind of interested in. In this case, we'll pick Faces of Poverty. And this is a book that's in the library. And you'll notice that books will have these subject terms. These subject terms can often provide you clues as to additional keywords that you may want to search for. Also, within the abstract, there are keywords that will come out, such as welfare or welfare and politics. If you want to get more specific, continue to scroll down until we find an academic journals. So here, if we pick an academic journal that's on the subject that we're looking for, select it, and you'll notice that academic journals will have both descriptors and keywords, which can provide additional direction. In this case, welfare and poverty, government programs, non-labor discrimination, anti-poverty, low income. And notice that these are all hyperlinks so that by clicking on them, you can find additional resources that have those same keywords.